I wanted to make change happen and let people know that Native warriors are contemporary people, but we do have our traditional symbols that we hold near and dear to our heart. I came up with this word thinking about my experience as a warrior, and it's Yapahe is our warrior. Yapahe Deong Yageda. It's like they are a warrior to change everything. And I came up with that word. I created that word based upon my experience educating people on where our Native warriors are. I enlisted in the United States Army in 2006, and I enlisted in the reserves at first. And then 1 month after I entered the reserves, they asked me if I wanted to transfer over to the Oklahoma Army National Guard. I've enjoyed being in the Oklahoma Army National Guard since. I've been deployed 3 times. I always bring something I've learned from our warrior society into, my experience with deployments. My platoon, they took on the name the Chieftains. I had a conversation with what a chieftain was, and I told them that means you don't have the right to be disrespectful of our family, because that's what a chieftain is, a name of a family of warriors. So I explained that to them, and they liked it, and they never made fun of me for it, because they knew what the respect was and what it meant to them.
My language, they say cat-eye. Interpretation, that word, it means a person who puts others before themselves, who takes care of other families before his own. That's a cat-eye. That's what you all today.
I think it goes back to that name, a warrior to change everything. I want to educate people on what that means. Certain symbols like the headdress, for example. For my tribe as a Kiowa, a headdress is something that is a trophy. It equates to a medal of honor. Somebody did a deed and was presented that headdress. My grandfather was a veteran of World War II. He served in the 511th Parachute Infantry, and I'm very proud of his service. He was always held in high regard because he was a veteran. And that's something about our American Indian communities. They hold their people in high regard who have served. Because of his service in the Philippines, he's a combat veteran. He was wounded, and he was presented that war bonnet, the headdress. But that headdress for me is a symbol of his medal of honor. That he did something really, really great for our country and for our nation, and even our tribal nation. And so when I wear it, I'm respecting his service. I think we have to change the way we think of Native people, and we need to stop romanticizing them from the old westerns of wearing, war bonnets and shirtless, riding a horse, shooting a bow and arrow. Native people, we live a contemporary life, and it's a life of service and for our Native warriors. They serve, and they've sacrificed. Their families have sacrificed, just like many of our veterans' families have sacrificed. For me, it's about, being authentic and real about what your experience may be, whatever that is. If you can find a way to share that and educate people, I think it's really important to do so. And so I always tell people, don't ever, try to dilute things that happen, but we want that real story. It just depends. Everybody's got a different experience, a different personality, but when that really comes out, we want to be inspiring in some way. So everybody, find a way to use your voice and be authentic. That's my advice to our Native voices out there.